so. I don't think that I think that Bobby Lashley has the strength. And he's focused, of course, on this match that he would not tap.
So it sounds as if you may be saying that you feel there's going to be a new champion crowned here tonight.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that John Cena is going to have to find, in my opinion, another way to win.
Cena, steel blue eyes, calm, and Lashley showing a great deal of movement before this match is officially now underway with the collar and elbow tie-up.
Look at the strength here, JR. Who's stronger? Cena's legs actually shaking with the force that he's trying to withstand. And look at Lashley, back Cena into the corner.
And not many men can say in a collar and elbow tie-up that they backed John Cena into a corner. Lashley just did. And the mind games and the physical games certainly underway in the first minute or so of this one-fall match for the WWE Championship.
Well, we saw on that tail of the tape, John Cena weighs 240 pounds. Bobby Lashley, 273 pounds. And that's a little extra weight that you can push your opponent around with when you outweigh 30-plus pounds.
Test of strength here. These two young bulls in the WWE. We have the privilege of seeing them on Monday Night Raw, but we're seeing them now in the biggest match of their respective careers, the first match for Lashley and Cena. And look at the strength here, that it seems as if Lashley is winning at this moment.
Cena down to one knee right now. Well, we've seen this. Bobby Lashley's strength is absolutely unbelievable. And right now, Cena, wait a minute. Look at the determination on the face of John Cena. Look at his strength.
Cena was down on both knees, but Cena regaining his vertical base, which is imperative for Cena to do in this matchup with Lashley's amazing amateur mat wrestling-oriented skills.
Come on, hey.
Wow.
Back it up.
Cena right back in the face, and Lashley, the quick go behind waistlock takedown, and Lashley again, look at the amateur skills. Lashley getting in deep and quickly, taking down John Cena. There's a pinning combination. Lashley, a nice ankle pick, and Lashley again, using his amateur background, single leg, trying to get, Cena was too close to the ropes.
Break it now, Bobby. Break it. Break it. 1, 2.
I got to tell you,
Come on.
that was an impressive display of mat wrestling there by Bobby Lashley.
Great fundamental match skills by Bobby Lashley. John Cena tried to grab a quick headlock and did, and a drop toe hold. Cena thinking STFU, and Lashley thinking not today, not now, I would rather not. So that tells me, obviously, that Bobby Lashley has great respect, as he should, for the STFU.
Oh, don't think that Bobby Lashley is not concerned about the STFU. Of course he is.
Great athleticism by Lashley, and Lashley steps in, and again using his strength with a shoulder block, kind of a modified version, taking Cena down.
Come on.
Cena in the ropes, referee calling for a break.
Here comes Lashley. Oh, Cena out of the way.
Lashley,
Look at this.
Emotionally, really in this match, overzealous.
It could be a difference. Maybe you saw Lashley's head bounce off that mat.
And the scoop slam, the elbow, the hook, and a near fall by the reigning WWE champion, John Cena, conversing there momentarily with the official.
Well, it's going to take more than that to beat Bobby Lashley, but I think the first really difference that's been made in this match, that was the first really heavy blow landed. Watch the athleticism here of Bobby Lashley. Look at that
Great vertical leap.
leapfrog and
The agility, the great vertical leap, this pure athleticism by Lashley, somewhat haunting. And now Cena reverses it. Fisherman's suplex, hook on the leg was John Cena. Cena crossed with a cover, didn't get there as quickly as I'm sure John would have liked. Cena back up to that vertical base again, as we said. It's the amateur skill set of Lashley versus the street fighting abilities, among others, of John Cena.
oh,
And Lashley again, a little Look quick on the draw.
Nice
But
recovery.
look out.
Nice recovery by Lashley.
Almost a T-bone like a fall away. And the cover, and Cena. Boy, Cena got a shoulder up. I didn't think Lashley was going to be able to hold Cena down.
Look, I think Bobby Lashley bleeding, JR? I believe he is.
And Lashley buries knees into the abdomen and brings up John. Shoulder block. Look. Listen to the impact.
I hear it. We all hear it, but John Cena's feeling it.
And the issue there is, ladies and gentlemen, those hard shoulder blocks just taking the air out of John Cena. So now John Cena is laboring to try to get some oxygen in that big body of his, which is the fuel that runs the engine.
Oh, look out here.
Slam. Cena slammed with authority. It might be here. And Lashley seems to be turning up the gas here, turning up the heat on John Cena.
And you know what I think that comes from? I think the fact that I don't know if Ashley realizes where his blood is coming from, but he realizes that's his own blood. And whenever you realize that you're bleeding, it creates a sense of urgency. It's not a cut over his eyes, so it's not going to affect his vision. It's top of his head.
What a hard Irish whip. Amazing velocity. And the perseverance of Lashley as it relates to his wrestling skills and game plan, very impressive. And as the blood flows to the brain of John Cena, Lashley demonstrates his amazing haunting strength, the suplex, the cover, and Cena barely able to roll his right shoulder off the canvas. But it was Bobby Lashley who is dominating, no pun intended, the WWE champion in the early going of this matchup.
Well, we both agreed it was going to take more than strength.
And Cena shows.
Look at this.
Cena with a blockbuster, driving Lashley's head into the canvas. At least Cena bought himself some time here.
Well, that's in my opinion, the experience coming into play. That's what we agreed may be the difference in this match.
John Cena in the high risk distance. And look at the leg drop. John Cena went to the top turnbuckle, took a huge chance. You can only imagine what would have happened if Lashley had been able to counter, but that was not the case. And Cena he shoves up Lashley over. Cena hooking both legs, and Lashley kicks out. Bobby Lashley kicks out, and luckily.
And John Cena, as you see there on the left side of your screen, not considered a high flyer by any means, but he flew at that point.
Look out.
And did some damage. Whoa.
Gosh. Man, Lashley dropped the air out of Cena, and now Lashley with that reverse chin lock and the body scissors and squeezing the air. Now, John Cena's got to inhale. He's got to inhale, exhale, obviously. And look at this. It's going to be laboring for John Cena to do that after this move right here. Yeah. No air. What's this? Oh, bam. Shoulder into the abdomen. And now Cena, you can imagine John Cena being wrapped up by this gargantuanly strong man.
And you know, JR, we got to think back, but I can't recall if John Cena has ever wrestled any opponent with the amateur and the wrestling ability that Bobby Lashley has. Can you remember an opponent that's faced Cena with this kind of experience?
I really can't.
And especially combined with the strength that Bobby Lashley has.
Well, it's again, King, it's John Cena really thrives in these situations, quite honestly. It's a new challenge for John Cena. We have seen Cena rise to the occasion, challenge after challenge. And Lashley's that huge arm. Look at this.
Look at John struggling to try to break that grip.
And the strength of Bobby Lashley is Herculean-like, which adds an entirely intangible element to the most basic and elementary of wrestling maneuvers.
Well, I love to listen to what these guys say before big matches. We heard Bobby Lashley say, opportunity knocks on your door only once. And this is his opportunity, he feels like.
Lashley's had trouble in those turnbuckles. Cena avoided the contact. And Cena with a modified slam there after one mistake by Bobby Lashley.
Oh, Bobby Lashley's on Green Street. The back of his head bounced off that mat. He's in trouble.
And Cena again going back to the well for the second time with high impact.
You can't see me. Here comes the champ. 5-knuckle shuffle. Bang! He hit it.
Cena with a right hand.
Look at Lashley. He's up to his feet.
And Lashley may not know where he is. And Cena looking for the FU. Lashley escapes. Lashley escapes. And a power slam. A power slam. The hook. The challenger was 1 second away from becoming the WWE champion.
Oh my gosh.
What a great counter by Lashley, who capitalized immediately. And this time Lashley finds success in the corner. This time John Cena could not avoid the contact.
Got to be a little frustrating for Cena. He hit that 5-knuckle shuffle just the way he wanted to, and it had little or no effect on Bobby Lashley. And now Lashley firmly in command.
Lashley with that torture rack. The overhead breaker with authority. What an exclamation point to the torture rack.
Oh, that could have cracked ribs. That could have broken Cena in half. This may be it, JR.
Lashley's got to get, he can't waste any time here. Cena's very resilient, but we don't know how badly Cena's hurt. Lashley looking for Cena. Cena slides out the backside. Cena hits the FU. Cena hits the FU. And now can John Cena capitalize? Cena hits his FU on Bobby Lashley. But Cena had taken a hellacious amount of punishment. Cena unable to capitalize.
Oh, man. I didn't think the SDFU would do it, but I thought the FU could do it. But Cena, like you said, not able to cover Bobby Lashley.
And it's still Mike King. It's still Mike.
He's got to cover him.
Cena crawling with everything he's got to get into a pinning situation. There it is. That'll do it. That could do it there. And no. The elapsed time for the FU to the cover.
Too long.
Gave the superbly conditioned Lashley.
Don't sit there and think about it, Cena. You better get up and get back on the offensive.
Man, the heart and the courage. Good grief. What a shot to the head. And another one by Lashley.
And now Cena. Cena has got that extra burst of adrenaline, JR. He's cocked and loaded.
Lashley's got the adrenaline. Lashley's got the adrenaline. Cena doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know the way to San Jose. Well, the WWE title is on the line. Lashley uncornering.
Here comes Lashley.
Hey! Cena! STFU! My God, Cena's got the STFU!
Oh, here's the test. Will it work?
A submission maneuver. And the WWE title's on the line. Everything's at stake. It's a one-ball match.
And Lashley is locked in.
Lashley locked in is right in the center of the ring. The WWE champion is ripping and tearing his. Look at Lashley.
He's clawing. He's scratching. He's digging his nails into that mat, trying to pull himself to the ring ropes.
Extraordinary perseverance by Bobby Lashley. But look at Cena's face. Look at the strain. Lashley's trying to get to the rope. Lashley needs the rope.
Lashley, he's going to make it. He did. He made it.
Lashley in the rope. The hold will be broken. And another chapter will be written in this WWE title match.
What an amazing match this is. This is truly a WWE Championship match, but Cena has...
Cena top of the referee. And costing the title. That was a spear. He's got... Oh, my God. Oh, good Lord. How close was that? Lashley seemed disoriented when he hit the spear and getting there to make the cover. That was so close.
Both of these men, Lashley and Cena, have to be wondering what is it going to take.
Oh, what a great match. What a competitive match.
Cena hit Lashley with his best FU. Lashley hit Cena with his best spear. And they're both still standing.
And now the... Look at the strength. The strength of Cena.
No! FU from the top rope.
Cena with the FU from the top. Cena going for the cover. Cena's got the cover. Cena beats Lashley. Cena beats Lashley. The FU on the top. Good God almighty. Bobby Lashley was going to become the new WWE champion. John Cena barely leaving the Great American Bash with a WWE title